Are you looking for your next indie game buy? Because this video might be for you. The start of the year has been strong with huge titles like Enshrouded, Sovereign Syndicate and Go Mecha Ball hitting the shelves. But now with February approaching, we have a ton of other titles coming our way. I definitely feel like these videos will get harder to make every month. But without further ado, here are my 10 recommendations to pick up this month or at least add to your wish list. To get us started with the list, we have the adorable action-adventure game Promenade, which has a variety of mechanics to utilise on your journey, ranging from precision platforming, puzzles and arcade games. Taking a break from the platforming, you enter this handheld console-esque screen, where you play games that look to be inspired by Space Invaders and Tetris. While back in the colourful world of the main game, there are a variety of mechanics that help you traverse and take on the various bosses and enemies. A colourful and gorgeous artwork with the calming and melodic soundtrack give the vibe of the cosy game. But despite this, I feel there is certainly going to be a sense of challenge and promenade. Next we have a brand new game from John Nielsen, the mastermind behind Lost Nova, but we move from the stars to the mystical in Witchhand, an expansive strategy card game which sees you build a coven of witches and try to stave the threat of extinction from the others, all in an attempt to gain your place amongst the Council of Fate. You can choose to work with your neighbours or crush them using their bones to fuel your spells. There is a choice of which witch to use to start your journey, offering different spells and abilities to enhance gameplay. In typical Nielsen style, the game offers some gorgeous artwork and a nice soothing soundtrack to help you on your job. It really does feel like a huge game of solitaire, combining specific cards to make powerful entities and spells. There's just something so charming about this next game. Pike is a 2D precision platformer with one hell of a charming soundtrack. It just makes me feel like I'm going on a long journey and just contemplating life, but I really love the simplicity of the game, just hopping from platform to platform and making your way to the top, with each world providing a different variety of challenges but nonetheless still offer that warm feeling. It just feels so cozy and I'm all here for that. Travel back to the 1930s and build your news empire in News Tower. Send your army of journalists around the world to find stories worthy of publishing. But be careful, corruption is rife in this world, with the mafia, the mayor and other factions lurking around the corner, looking to use your influence to print their own truth. So the question is, are you going to be the bastion of truth or bow to the power of money? The answer is up to you. This is all going on while standard tycoon elements take place, things like maintaining the happiness of your employees by building the ultimate tower building before you send them off on their hunt for a great story. Next up we have a more chilled out experience. Here we have Monument Village, a game without the threat of invasion or evil witches. The goal is simple: place your buildings well and fulfill requests, watch them turn into a set of monuments dotting the landscape. The game itself seems very simple, but will certainly be a great addition for those lazy nights in and chilling out. See the rise of humanity in this primitive colony sim aptly named Primitive Society Simulator. Very similar to the likes of RimWorld, this game sees you take on the feral lands before the urban landscape took over, ushering clans together to build the ultimate primitive society. It looks like you have to domesticate the wildlife to help you cultivate the land and really grow a strong settlement. Of course there will be neighbours with whom you can bargain and battle with. Fool's Theory delivered their stunning 20th century RPG, the Thaumaturge, this month, which I think Pokemon meets Sherlock Holmes on the streets of Warsaw is an apt description. With the gift of the Thaumaturge, Victor is tasked roaming the street, finding the unearthly entities and their hosts, taming them and utilising them in a turn-based combat system, but they can also be used to explore the world in new ways. The game looks absolutely great and really brings the 20th century to life with bustling streets and gorgeous architecture, so I certainly think this is going to be a huge release. This next one has certainly driven up some attention. In Pacific Drive you get behind the wheel and enter the zone, an area full of supernatural weirdness, but holds some of the best items to help you upgrade your car and drive in any way you see fit, as well as new data to help you find even better stuff. But every time you enter the zone, weirder and weirder things happen. Silhouettes in the dark, rolling pieces of scrap metal and towering pillars of earth. So is it worth the risk? None of this though compares to the storms which leave everything devastated. So put your foot on the pedal and get the hell out of there. There's something a little bit sinister with this next game. CLeM is a narrative-driven puzzle adventure said to bring a unique narrative experience to that Mango protocol called Puzzlevania. You play as this creepy puppet who has a zip on the back of his head that just sends a shiver down my spine. They're tasked with exploring the house and unlocking the mysteries hidden in the notebook. Along the way you'll find a number of puzzles to interact with, as well as creating enchanted toys to help you unlock new areas of the game. As you progress, it seems best to go back and re-explore areas to unlock new secrets. This game has just got me intrigued, as I simply want to know its end goal and what the puppet, the voiceover and the notebook all have in common. With its gorgeous colour palette and enchanted soundtrack, I think Ultros is going to be a huge hit coming this month. This Metroidvania sees you explore the sarcophagus to find your place in the world. Along the way you'll fight grotesque but yet beautifully designed enemies in precision-based combat, so make sure to time those moves correctly. Outside the fighting, you can grow greenery and tend to plant life, providing moments of contemplation and peace. By doing this, it grants deeper access to obscured paths. The basis of the story is based on a loop, allowing you to start at key points throughout the story to unlock more secrets, new areas, and a variety of abilities. There's certainly going to be a lot to unpack here, and it makes me all the more excited. Well, that's it for another month. Is there any games you're excited for this month? Let us know in the comments, and if you want to keep up with the latest indies, don't forget to hit that sub button. And as always, thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you in the next one.